All right, everybody. I want to actually break down Derrick Gunn's report again because I think it's very crucial that we actually do so. Please be patient with me as I break down his report. I'm going to play some of what he said. I'm going to give my commentary as I go along. He was on Inside the Bird. That's a great platform. I don't want his report to taint. Actually, that's probably one of the best platforms when it comes to analyzing the Eagles. No emotion, no fandom, just raw, football analysis. Inside the Birds is one of the top platforms, out there. So I want to give a shout out to them. But let's play what Derrick Gunn was saying about the report that he got that he had to put out because Diana put it out, so he had to put it out. Let's play it.
Diana Rossini put a story out there that there are a number of players that are frustrated with Jalen Hurts and the way he runs this offense. So I added to the story on Sunday night that it's not just players, but there's people throughout the organization that are frustrated with the way Jalen runs this offense. Now, you know me long enough to know, like I asked Seth and like I asked Mark, I said, you guys have known me long enough to know that I won't put anything out there unless my facts are facts.
So the report you put out there a few years ago about Jalen Hurts in practice, were you lying or was AJ Brown lying? Because AJ Brown said that it was cap, that was bullshit. You see the screenshot right there of him talking about it. That's one thing, but we'll keep moving.
And so I've been sitting on this for a while, and Diana put it out there first. I said, okay, it's time to talk about this.
So in other words, because she put it out there, you wanted to get the credit for it. Why don't you just let it ride? But you're a Green Bay Packer fan. I understand. But hey, look, you got a lot of time in the Eagles locker room interviewing players. Let's listen.
But there are a number of players that are thoroughly frustrated with the way Jalen has run, or
a number of players. Now, okay, who are those players that you could be connected with? Lane Johnson. We definitely know Brandon Graham's your boy. He's your homie. We know that for sure. Right? Who else is in there? But we'll get back to that later. Let's go.
Like thereof, run the offense. He's been talked to by coaches and other people in the organization. They practice the offense and getting ready for an opponent a certain way. But when the game comes around, those plays are not run the way they were practiced. And if you remember,
and that could be for a lot of different reasons. When you practice something and you do it in the game, it's two different things. Somebody could not be blocked right. The receiver might not be open. It could be pressure. There's a whole gamut of things that could happen. We act like we're just lining up and there's no defense that gets paid to actually try to stop the offense. But let's keep going.
If you go back to that Green Bay game, when he threw the bomb late in the game to AJ and he didn't catch it, we saw Nick Sirianni on the sideline screaming, why? Why? And then Devontae Smith said in the post game, well, number 1 and number 11 call that play, and whatever 1 and 11 wants, they get, and we just roll with it.
But, all right, even that, right? If that play would have went well, and I hate to do the hypothetical thing, but it's been many a times for the Eagles, that's a very high percentage play, a go ball to AJ. Most of the time, he comes down with that. They've done that in the NFC Championship game. They've done that in a few games where AJ one-on-one, give him the go ball. He's most likely to come down with the football. Let's keep going. It sounded more and more like hate and not factual information as we go, but let's keep going.
This is becoming a problem, Ray. See, and on social media all day on Monday, people have been coming at me. I don't know what I'm talking about. You're wrong. He's a Super Bowl MVP. He's been to 2 Super Bowls. The team is 8-2, so on and so forth. I get it. They're fans. But they don't understand the inner working mechanisms of what we're talking about here.
We have gotten to the point where, like, even us as fans, we're like, all right, we winning the game. We won, but oh, shit, how many catches Jay got? Because AJ going to be crying. Oh, shit, what the passing offense look like? We won, but we have got to the point in Philadelphia. We've been so good and so spoiled that we won, but let's keep going.
I'm not the only one that started to talk about this now. There's other people talking about this as well. And when information starts coming from inside the building, that tells you in a lot of ways it's deliberately being leaked to bring attention to it and maybe to get this guy to rethink his position and his thinking when it comes to games.
But all right, wait, hold on. Keep going.
Winning will mask a lot of things.
So instead of going to the man and talking to him, a man that's father was a coach, a man that said he's committed to doing anything, a man that showed you in the biggest games and the biggest moments that he's able to make the pass, he's able to make the throw, he's able to make the read, he's able to break the tackle, he's able to do whatever it takes to win, that we're going to resort to going to social media to get our point across. That's some hoe shit. What is that going to do? What is that going to do? This sounds to me like you've been talking to AJ Brown. That's what I mean. Think about it. Think about it. Just think about it for a minute. You can go directly to the man, but instead you'll go to social media to try to get this man to change. What is that? Come on, bro. This shit is absurd. Let's keep going. We're almost done.
When you win, it's Camelot. Everybody's happy. And I don't care how you get those 8 wins. I don't care how you get the number 1 seed as long as you get it. And the bottom line, yes, that is. But this is an internal problem. AJ has been telling us about this all season long about his frustration. He hasn't pinpointed anybody, but we kind of knew who he was talking about.
So he's pretty much saying that AJ, think of that. AJ, look at his eyes. AJ is telling us that his problem is with Jalen Hurts. And AJ is leaking, is telling the media, look, I'm frustrated. He's not getting me the ball. So AJ's in the press conference, and they asked him, right, do you watch other receivers in the league? He immediately jumps to, oh, no, it's going to piss me off. You know what a team player would have said? A team player would have said, man, I'm not focusing on that. I'm not focusing on stats. I'm trying to win a football game, bro. Like, he said, oh, it's going to piss me off. And then the reporter was like, well, I was asking about like their play. And he said, oh, no, I only watch Julio Jones. Like, what are we talking about? What are we doing? So it's AJ, in my opinion, it's too obvious. It's the fucking mole. He's been doing it in public, so it's not really like it's a secret. But now he's running around talking to her. And I don't think that AJ is talking to D Gunn in particular, right? But whoever's talking to D Gunn knows what's going on in the building. Possibly Brandon Graham. I don't know. That's just my. When you got something, your spidey senses, or when your gut is telling you, my gut is telling me that Brandon Graham is having a conversation with this man in confidence. Like, and he is running on the air talking as if we're not even looking to Derrick Gunn for a report. You're sitting on Inside the Birds, bro, which is a great platform. You're on Seth Joyner's show for the Eagles show. You're not writing any articles. You're not working for a reputable company. You're just fucking talking like I'm talking. So we're not looking for you to give us any inside information. When was the last time you broke an actual credible story from the Philadelphia Eagles, besides the story that AJ Brown called you out on and said you was a liar? When was the last time you broke a credible story? So don't sit up here like you some Eagles insider that you're giving us some stories. The people that are the Eagles insiders are McClain, Clarks, Schefter. These are the people that are real insiders. You're not a fucking real insider, bro. You're a guy that got fired from NBC and has been struggling to get on since then. I don't want to disrespect you because I grew up watching you, but let's just keep it real about who you are. We're not looking for you for shit. It just so happened that the shit you said blew up. Let's keep it going though.
And now it's starting to trickle out in other outlets. And people are like, why are you trying to make up stories or what? No. Me, Hugh Douglas, other people I know, we're not putting it out here just to get clicks. We're not clickbait people. We're putting it out there because our job, your job, is to honestly analyze everything that we know of that goes on within this team. And this is not an isolated case.
A Green Bay Packers fan who once said that he didn't think Jalen Hurts was the franchise quarterback. Somebody left a comment on his page just last week When they say Jalen Hurts is sorry or scrub, he's laughing at that. A guy who at every point has something negative to say about Jalen Hurts. We're supposed to believe that your story is the truth? That you have the best, like, oh, it's my job. You ain't have to say shit. Because like you said, you've been sitting on it. Why don't you keep sitting on it? Because Diana put it out. You said, oh, well, let me put this out. Let me get the credit for it. Let me get the credit. You Green Bay Packers fan. Let me get the credit for it. You ain't have to say shit, Derrick. Let's keep going now.
Historically have been teams, Ray, as you know, that have been dysfunctional and yet still won and won a lot of games and hoisted that Lombardi trophy. And this team may go on and hoist that Lombardi trophy again for a second time in 2 seasons. But this quarterback situation is something to keep a close eye on, because more and more whispers are growing louder and louder about what he's doing with his offense.
All right, now I'll concede, right? There are times when we all get frustrated with Jalen Hurts. All of us. I was just talking last week. I'm like, yo, this man wanted to put his back against the wall? It's very frustrating. It is. I'm not going to lie, even to me. But he's doing what it takes to win. Now, you could say, one's argument could be, okay, well, if he was doing this on schedule and doing this, you can't say he'll have more wins because he won 24 out of the last 27 games, Super Bowl MVP, Super Bowl champion. One thing you could say is maybe AJ would have more stats. Maybe Devontae would have a little bit more. Devontae's having a good year, though. So this all circles back to AJ Brown, Arthur Juan, who is not getting the numbers that he wants. It's not about winning. He's not getting the numbers that he wants. So he's throwing a hissy fit. And I tell people all the time, I see people that say, oh, he's right. Absolutely, he's right. But keep it behind closed doors. An example I can give you, you and your wife got issues with each other. You and your girlfriend, you and your friend, you got issues with each other. We all got issues. We all got stuff we don't like about each other. What benefit is it to put it out in the public, to let the public now say, oh, and what, I don't like the way he did this and did this. That all your girlfriends are starting to feed you a bullshit and people you don't even know. Instead of just saying, all right, look. And that's what they tell you about a successful relationship or marriage. Talk to each other, communicate. Don't let people in your fucking business. That was like the number rule. Well, my grandma even told me that years ago. She said, don't go to bed mad at each other, right? And keep people out of your business. This is a woman that was married for 65 years, God rest her soul. 65 years. She told me this. Don't go to bed mad at each other, which is all right. I mean, come on, right? Communicate, right? And keep people out of your business. Like, come on. This is easy stuff. You're in a locker room, keep people out of your fucking business. The only reason somebody wants to go to social media, not for change, not to get, that's going, if I'm a coach or I'm an organization, that's going to piss me off even more. It's not going to make me change because AJ Brown goes to social media. It's going to piss me off even more. If I'm the quarterback, if I'm Jalen Hurts, it's going to make me look at AJ Brown like he's a fucking sucker. In this locker room, and airing people out, you talking to Janky Rondo? You on social media giving the shit to insiders, pillow talking? Come talk to me, like Jalen said, come talk to me, I'm right here. You see me every day. Talk to me. Again, I'm not saying 100% that is AJ, but Derrick's kind of saying that. Derrick Gunn. So look, I don't have a problem with AJ, his message. I just got a problem with him running to talking shit online, running the social media, right? And this man is supposed to be a media major, but he's fucking answering questions all the wrong way. But whatever. Okay, cool. Keep winning. I don't care. Keep winning. Catch the football when we throw it to your ass and get open. And Jalen, throw it to him when he's fucking open. That's the only thing we care about as Eagles fans. Moving forward, I hope that AJ stays in Philadelphia. I really do. I love the guy. I love his competitive spirit. I just don't like all the pillow talking shit. I don't like all that shit. I don't like it. That's whole shit to me. Can we get past this and win the championship? I believe we can. I believe we will. And I believe we are. Nick Sirianni, if I'm Nick, I'm getting these two together. I'm getting in the room. I'm bringing AJ and Jalen in. And I am, fuck the media. Fuck leak it. We're going to talk, bro. What's the issue? We're going to iron it. And I believe that they're doing that for sure. What's the issues? Let's iron this shit out right now. That's what I'm doing. Now, maybe AJ is going next all season. Cool, whatever. Right? Send him to a team where he can get 1,600 yards and win 4 games. And we'll be watching to see what he says. Because look at Jamar Chase and Justin Jackson. They got all the stats in the world. But I guarantee you, if they want, I guarantee they will switch places with AJ Brown right now to be on a winning organization. I guarantee fucking to you. Because AJ Brown is a lock for the Hall of Fame, bro. I was listening to a podcast the other day with Cowboys fans, Redskins fans, Eagles fans, Giants fans. And they were even saying, look, I don't know, man. Dude's problem is he's already on a Hall of Fame trajectory. So with that being said, I'm going to fall back. This is my commentary. This is the real. Let's fucking beat them Cowboys tomorrow, man. Let's turn this shit up. This is the last hurrah for AJ, in my opinion. Hey, we get 2 rings out of AJ, cool, whatever. Because how he's going to do, how he's diabolical. He'll fuck around and get Jamar Chase. He'll fuck around and get Jet. He's going to fuck around and get a great wide receiver once we move off AJ. You watch, whether it be through the draft or free agency or trade, you watch. Howie's going to put this team in position to win at least 4 Super Bowls in his lifetime. And I really believe that he wants to catch the Dallas Cowboys. I really believe that Howie wants to make this Eagles team the best team, to have the most ever, 6 Super Bowls. He's going to put, before he passes away, I don't know, he's like 50-something years old, this team will be in position to be the #1 team. Mark my words. Mark this, November the 22nd, 2025. Before I pass, if this is still up on YouTube, the Eagles will be the #1 team to win the most Super Bowls under Howie Roseman. I guarantee it. I appreciate y'all. This is raw, uncensored, my thoughts. The Black Ball Sports Podcast. I appreciate y'all, boys. Hey, hit the thumbs up. Share this video. Share this video. Share this video. Peace.